in form language as well. So there are no shut lines, no obvious bumper shut lines. There isn't a boot as such. There's a deployable rear compartment, if you like, when the window opens, and there's a deployable spoiler. The rest of the car is very, very pure and very simple, and it focuses on the functional elements of the car. The biggest one at the back being the diffuser, obviously. So we've used the engineering to form part of the styling, if you like, of the car as well. So it's exposed engineering. And in fact, when we first showed this car, we showed it without a body in Geneva, just the chassis. And one of our philosophies is that every single component, surface in the car is designed as an A surface. Even if it gets covered or hidden, we've thought about how it looks. So when we showed the car without a body, we had as many comments about the beauty of the chassis as we do about the beauty of the body. So having said all of that, how do we achieve all of it?
Lots of techie bits, and I think what Marek said about distilling down the design ethos of what Aston Martin is, from an engineering point of view, what we wanted to do with this car is to stretch the envelope a little bit, think not just about this as a car, but also about the future direction for Aston Martin engineering. So the building blocks of it are the carbon monocoque that Marek's mentioned. So the heart of the car, from the firewall to the rear of the car, it is carbon fibre. It's very expensive carbon fibre because it's pre-preg, so it's autoclave, vacuum heated carbon fibre, forms the structure of the car. It's not something that we could really use in our current product because it's that expensive, but it is signalling for the future that we will use more carbon fibre in our Aston Martins. And a lot of the carbon is actually exposed. You can see it inside the car, you can see it outside the car. So the monocoque, the structure is there for you to see. It's very honest, it's very authentic. There are elements of this car, if you see around the plant, we talked about VH architecture, about the philosophy of generating multiple derivatives, multiple systems, kinds of car. Even though this is a £1.2 million supercar, it still sticks to VH principles. So the driver position set in the car, the relationship between the pedals, the steering column and the seat, is the same as all our other cars. But as Marek said, it's driven way back in the chassis to put at the front of the car the 7.3 litre, 750 brake horsepower engine right the way back in the chassis. So if you look at a DB9 or a DBS, you'll see from the centre point of the wheel quite a bit of that V12 engine sticking out in front, at least 2 cylinders. This engine is right the way behind. It's behind and it's down. It's a dry sump engine, so a dry sump like the V8. Our V12 engine, the 6 litre in the other cars, is not dry sump. It's wet sump, but we needed to do this to drive the engine down and back in the car. So you're only really seeing about 2/3 of the engine sticking out the front.